Ever since Captain Jack Sparrow swashbuckled his way onto the silver screen in 2003 and launched the Pirates of the Caribbean movie franchise to a phenomenal $4.5 billion at the worldwide box office, over the years, Disney has been in search of the next attraction that can transcend the Disney parks. And so let's dive in and discuss the upcoming projects that Disney hope will synergistically become their next big hit, inspired by a Disney ride. Up next. Hi there Waltineers, I'm Jack and this is DSNY Newscast. And where better to begin today than an attraction that is so synonymous with the Disney parks that no visit to them would be complete without it. As Walt Disney Studios will be revisiting one of the most iconic attractions of all time, with a new movie based on The Haunted Mansion. And despite not having an expected release date at the time of this recording, the happy haunts are already materializing, with production reportedly beginning on this project. And while the plot details remain scarce, we have this tentative synopsis stating that the movie will center around a single mother and her son, who have recently purchased a New Orleans estate at auction, only to discover it isn't quite as empty as they'd expected, which then leads the mother to hire a tour guide, a psychic, a priest, and a historian to help exorcise their newly bought mansion, after discovering that ghosts are present, practicing their terror with ghoulish delight. And those who are set to star include Owen Wilson as the priest, Tiffany Haddish as Harriet the psychic, Lakeith Stanfield as the tour guide, and Danny DeVito as the professor. And although Rosario Dawson has been confirmed for this movie, it's likely that Dawson will play the lead role as the single mother, Gabby. And rounding out this swinging wake will be an eclectic cast of characters of the most notable grim-grinning ghosts that will be featured in the movie as well. And this will be directed by Justin Simon, written by Katie Dippold, and is being produced by Dan Lin and Jonathan Ireg, who previously produced the live-action adaptation of Disney's Aladdin that grossed over $1 billion in 2019. And for those that have enjoyed the at-home comfort of Disney Plus Premier Access, well, it seems as if we're going to be dragging our bodies to the dead center of the movie theater to watch this latest version of The Haunted Mansion, as it's intended for theatrical release. However, as I alluded to earlier, this isn't Disney's first doom buggy ride with the 999 happy haunts, as in 2003 the attraction made a disquieting metamorphosis onto the silver screen with a comedy starring Eddie Murphy, and it received negative critic and audience reviews and failed to create another Pirates of the Caribbean level hit. And so what's interesting about this current project is that it seems as if Disney is dead set on a comedic route for a movie adaptation of the attraction, by casting a comedy screenwriter and some well-known comedic actors. Although this wasn't always the case, as in 2010, Academy Award-winning director and self-proclaimed mega fan of the attraction, Guillermo del Toro, was set to write, direct, and produce a much darker movie inspired by the more supernatural elements of the attraction. And back then, it was revealed that Ryan Gosling had also signed on to star in this production, with this version to have featured the infamous Hatbox Ghost years before the animatronic returned to Disneyland in 2015. But either way, we won't have to wait too much longer to find out if this latest Haunted Mansion movie is going to leave us feeling like foolish mortals, or perhaps, hopefully, it will be a hit and will have us hurrying back for even more. Hollywood 2021. Amid the glitz and glitter of a bustling young streaming market at the height of subscriber growth, Disney Plus was a star in its own right. A beacon for the Disney business elite. Now something is about to happen that will change all of that. This, as you may recall, was a project announced by Collider on June 23rd, revealing that Scarlett Johansson was set to step aboard and produce and also star in a movie based on the Tower of Terror. And things were seemingly going well. Then, one stormy night on July 29th, Disney CEO Bob Chapek stepped through the door of an elevator and into a PR nightmare. as it was announced that the Marvel star was suing Disney over the co-release of Black Widow on Disney+, when it had been contractually stated as a theatrical release. And much like the attraction itself, over the coming months, the publicity battle went up and down about which side was in the right. But then on September 30th, the project door opened once again, as Disney settled the lawsuit with Johansson, and studio chairman Alan Bergman released a statement that officially confirmed that the Tower of Terror project was back in development once again. But now let's get into some of the details, as it's rumoured that the director of Thor Ragnarok and the upcoming Thor Love and Thunder, Taika Waititi, has helped storyboard the rough outline of the movie and is also expected to direct as well. Whereas for the script, Pixar alum and Academy Award-winning director of Toy Story 4, Josh Cooley, has signed on as a screenwriter for the project. But of course, this isn't the first time that the Hollywood Tower Hotel has inspired a movie, or more accurately, a made-for-TV movie. As in 1997, Disney's Tower of Terror starring Steve Guttenberg and Kirsten Dunst graced our TV screens on the wonderful world of Disney. However, this time around, Disney is hoping to capture some of this lightning in a bottle, as this is expected to be a big-budget theatrical release within the coming years. But when it comes to using Disney attractions as the basis for new movies, it's easy to see that the Haunted Mansion and the Tower of Terror are logical first choices. However, when Disney released Jungle Cruise in July, it's given the studio more confidence to explore other attractions. And Disney is looking toward the future, or more specifically, Tomorrowland. And no, I'm not talking about a sequel to the 2015 Tomorrowland movie directed by Brad Bird, although, if you're watching this Disney, I would love to see that. But instead, Disney is looking at the 1975 attraction, Space Mountain, to serve as inspiration for a new live-action family space adventure of the same name. And though details do remain sparse, we do know that this movie is going to be written by Joby Harold, who has also written the upcoming Obi-Wan Kenobi series for Disney+. And Harold will be serving double duty, as he'll also be producing the movie along with his business partner and wife, Tori Tennell. Then, keeping the theme of classic attractions getting the Hollywood treatment, there's going to be a movie for Disney Plus that will draw inspiration from Disney's first tubular steel roller coaster, the Matterhorn Bobsleds at Disneyland. And this project was exclusively reported by our good friends over at disinsider.com in April, and revealed that Disney is currently in talks with writers to script a screenplay for this project, with the working title being The Hill. However, this won't be the first time that Disney has created a movie featuring the Matterhorn as a story backdrop. As in 1959, Disney released Third Man on the Mountain, and it was as part of this movie's development that served as the inspiration for the Matterhorn Bobsleds creation at Disneyland, which Walt Disney then synergistically opened the same year as the movie to ensure crossover audience recognition. And so in a way, this whole situation has come full circle once again, with the 6-decade-old attraction now inspiring a new movie for Disney+. Then for this next upcoming project, Disney is expanding their ambitions beyond that of a single attraction to serve as inspiration, and have instead given the green light to an entire Magic Kingdom TV universe. As The Hollywood Reporter exclusively reported in February 2021, that producer of Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica and For All Mankind, Ron Moore, is currently in development on a Disney Plus series with 20th Television, with this first installment for the Magic Kingdom universe to centre around the Society of Explorers and Adventurers, or what's better known to Disney Parks fans as the acronym SEA. And it seems that this project is in safe hands, as not only is Ron Moore a big Disney Parks aficionado, and is already producing the Swiss Family Robinson reboot for Disney+, but he's also working closely with friends within Walt Disney Imagineering Story Group to help build out the storylines and characters with a small writing team that's already been set up. And there really is so much potential for exploration here, with characters such as the organisation's most nefarious member, Harrison Hightower III, Lord Henry Mystic from Mystic Manor at Hong Kong Disney, Barnabas T. Bullion and Jason Chandler from the folklore of Big Thunder Mountain, Mary Oceaneer at Typhoon Lagoon, Camelia Falco in Soaring Fantastic Flight at Tokyo Disney, Jacques Lindsay from his hangar bar at Disney Springs, and of course, how could we forget Dr. Albert Falls from the Jungle Cruise at both Disneyland and Walt Disney World. But it's also intended that if this first project is received well, then Moore and his production team will look to other elements of Disneyland to build upon with Disney Plus content. However, this isn't the first time Disney has attempted this type of ambitious synergistic integration with the overall Disney parks, as back in late 2010 it was announced that the then director of Iron Man and Elf, Jon Favreau, was set to direct a project called Magic Kingdom for Walt Disney Studios. And from the initial synopsis, it sounded as if the project was given the green light because of the success of the Night at the Museum franchise, as it was to be a film that followed a group who discover that all the rides in Disneyland come to life when the sun goes down. However, Favreau later stated that it was not going to be in the same style as Night at the Museum, but instead it was going to be something much spookier, possibly offering more similarities to the Kingdom Keepers book series. But either way, it's great to see that a larger and more encompassing Magic Kingdom universe is in development for Disney Plus. And then in a way, it's only fitting that the last project on this list is actually all about how the Disney parks came to be. As Deadline reported in October 2021 that the director of the 2018 Halloween trilogy, David Gordon Green, has signed on to direct a movie for Disney Plus that will be all about Walt Disney's arduous and complicated journey to construct the happiest place on Earth, Disneyland, in 1955, and this has the screenwriter of Evan Spiliotopoulos on board for the screenplay, who previously co-wrote the screenplay for the $1.26 billion grossing live-action reboot of Beauty and the Beast. And I've got to say that among this stacked list of interesting projects, this one easily has me the most excited, as I've always wanted a true Walt Disney biopic. And although this isn't exactly that, if this project manages to elicit the same storytelling tone as 2013's Saving Mr. Banks, then I'm sure that it will have Disney park fans flocking to Disney Plus to watch it time and time again. But before we wrap up, if discussing all of these projects has you pondering the possibilities of Disney parks inspiring new content, well, in April of 2020, I actually produced a sort of pitch meeting video for new Disney Plus show ideas. As for an example, I outlined reasoning for why I think Haunted Mansion would translate much better into an anthology series, or how Main Street USA could inspire a Downton Abbey style drama, or even how Pirates of the Caribbean could make the leap on over to Disney Plus with episodic storytelling. And so I thought I'd give that video a quick plug just in case you are interested, and I'll leave a link down below. But now it's over to you, Waltineers, as I would like to know which upcoming project are you most excited for, and also if you could create a brand new project inspired by a Disney park attraction or land, then what would it be and why? And of course, don't forget to put the timestamp for where the hidden Mickey appeared somewhere in today's video, along with your suggestion or your comment, so therefore that way you're in the chance to win these official DSNY Newscast enamel pins. And congratulations to this Waltineer here for winning this suggestion from the previous video where we were talking all about the news coming out of Destination D. And so that's it for today, so be sure to go ahead and subscribe down below if you're new to the channel, turn on notifications if you're already subscribed, and also if you've enjoyed today's video then be sure to give this video a massive thumbs up as it really does help this channel out. And I've been Jack, you've been you, and I'll see you real soon.